Okay, here's a quick review of this. This is a Tromba plastic trumpet. This particular one is a second. It's got some cosmetic faults with it and I paid £42 for it. It's just the paintwork's a bit flaky, which I believe is quite common for these instruments to suffer from that. It's made from plastic. The inside of the lead pipe is metal, and there are metal sleeves inside here, inside the valves, so the valve contact surfaces are metal. This is obviously a new instrument. The valve action is a little bit ropey, it's noisy, and it is also, as you can see, a little bit sticky. My first impressions of this instrument were the upper register, which is incredibly good. It speaks very easily in the upper register. The lack of mass is going to be a major factor in that. Where it doesn't work so well is in the lower register, where I have found some of the notes to be particularly troublesome, particularly anything that involves second and third valve combination. So if you play a bottom E flat, it's not even a question of triggering it, it just isn't quite there. It sounds a little bit muffled, damp on those third valve combinations. It's interesting that the valve block is straight through, and I don't know whether that's partly to compensate for some of the issues with the way the tubing has to be bent because it's made of plastic, or the way that it's formed. But I can let you hear a little bit of it playing and you can decide for yourself. This is a very deep V-shaped mouthpiece, so which cost about 6 times what the trumpet did. First valve stick. Basically I could probably oil that and improve it. It's the first valve that seems to be the problem on this. Oiling isn't normally making any difference to it, and I think it's just going to need to run in. Not good, but anyway, I am promised that this will improve. One of the things I don't like about this instrument is the valve caps. If you look at these valve caps, I'll just focus in here a bit, but if you look at these valve caps, they twist on and off, and I really feel that that is going to strip and get into difficulty. Eventually that's going to crack, but as far as the range of it is concerned, I'll try and play down to a pedal C. I'm not sure it can actually do that. It struggled to do that compared to my normal trumpet. Next octave. That's a G, and it likes to play up there. It likes that upper octave more than it likes a normal bottom C or a middle G. Another interesting thing about this instrument is, although it's got 2 water keys, you don't have to empty it very often because it's warm from the start. I suppose my reason for buying it was that I do a bit of travelling, and this is quite light, and it also doesn't really matter if it gets damaged on the way. I was it also comes in a very nice gig bag, surprisingly good gig bag with proper bell reinforcement, and it has adjustable slides. You can see the slide works there. First one, it doesn't adjust, well, it pulls in and out manually. It also comes with a full cleaning kit with all the brushes, which is quite surprising really, but that's quite useful too. So for what I paid for it, it was alright. It's a bit of fun. Let's see, something classical. This is probably not the right mouthpiece for this, but a bit of Haydn. Now, these instruments are being sold for beginners, and I don't think this is a good instrument for a beginner. I have to give a disclaimer that I'm not a teacher, but the one thing that I've noticed about Yamaha student instruments, Besson student instruments, and JP, any of the good makes of student instruments that are around, is that they are very clear on the pitch. They don't give much latitude for getting the pitch wrong. They help you to play in tune and with a nice tone. I put an ordinary, I think it was a 7C mouthpiece in this. Sorry, it was a 3C. And I found that it did not give me very good, a particularly nice sound. It's okay with the deeper type of orchestral mouthpieces that I tend to be playing on, but on a normal sort of 3C type situation, it was not very good. The 5C that came with it was extremely muffled. I mean, it was very, very muffled. The 7C, the plastic ones that came with it really weren't very good at all. It comes with two of those. But I think for someone who is used to playing on a slightly looser instrument, and who knows where their pitches are, this is a viable instrument as a standby or as a second one. I mean, I could get away with playing this. The difficulty really is that it's just not it doesn't feel as repeatable and as accurate as a proper trumpet would be, even a student trumpet. That is the Tromba trumpet. I might play something else for you. Let's see. It was good. It sounds good for jazz, so we'll give it a go. So what? So there it is, Tromba, plastic trumpet. Take it or leave it. My advice, leave it if you're a beginner, and consider it as a standby if you are an experienced player. Bye for now.